days, and guess he's a better father than I, because I hadn't really either, but I'm here. But Dew stayed up here late last night getting all the photos ready off his camera where it says private property with signs they stuck up behind the fences they built in Dallas, and then right behind it, Federal Reserve with the fake seals. We need to dig that up off of his hard drive or whatever, but I'll try to get John in there to find it. That's why we need more crew, folks. We need you to buy the books, buy the videos, buy the tapes, buy the T-shirts, buy the high-quality water filters, buy our products, because then I will hire more reporters. I will hire more video editors. A lot of times we can't even get the news out because a holiday comes up and somebody's got to see their kids.
And this stuff's coming at us so fast.
It's coming at us so fast. Kurt, what's it like?
It's crazy around here.
You write like 8 articles sometimes a day without me even telling you to.
Right, because it's just so much information.
You've got to tell people.
Because if you wait more than 24 hours, it's gone. It's irrelevant, as they would say. Irrelevant, like irrelevant is the Federal Reserve.
Well, again, we've got to dig out. We've got videos. We've got it on YouTube, but it's shot off the iPhone and uploaded right then, you know, where they're admitting it's private and get back, the cops in Dallas. Like, again, the head cop saying, yeah, it's private, get back. Then the others laughing when we tell them it's private. I mean, it's just total doublethink. You know, it's private, but it's not, Kurt.
Well, there you go. There's the admission right there. They admitted it. Of course, they admit it anyway. They will admit it if you ask them that it's not part of the federal government.
But you remember 10 years ago they wouldn't.
Well, no.
You remember like Rush Limbaugh saying, you know, the CFR, it doesn't exist?
Right.
Now he says it doesn't have any power, or that the Federal Reserve is federal, and then, you know, people calling about it, oh, you're kooks.
Yeah, push come to shove, they have to admit it's not a federal agency. That's all there is to it.
You know, you might add to the clip, too, you know, a few videos where what's his name, Greenspan, a couple years ago on PBS, Larry Newshour, says, well, we are an agency of our own, and no one can investigate us. We are above the law. He says, like Cheney said, the vice president's his own branch. So they're trying to become government. That's what this Euro deal is with the European Central Bank. Same shareholders. They're saying now countries can never leave the Euro, and you'll do whatever we say financially in this financial union. That's what they're always after, is that government power. So instead of just masquerading as feds or as government or as sovereign, now they are actually trying to become it.
Right. What they're trying to do is consolidate the euro, and then that way strip all those countries of their sovereignty.
They admit it.
They admit it, yes.
They go on Larry Newshour and all these shows and brag about it. Well, we're going to go to break with this video clip from In the Fed and in San Antonio. This is big news, and so we got to go into the YouTube channel and change the headline from police admit it's private to head of Fed security admits Federal Reserve private. Here's that video. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Alex Jones.
Good, how you doing?
Good. Can you just repeat? You're saying this is private property?
I don't know. This is the captain.
Sure, go ahead,
yes,
sir.
This is the property of the Federal Reserve right here. I just need
private,
you to go.
Though. It's not federal, right?
Yeah, private property. Okay. I need you to go back to the public street.
I think, you know what? It is private property. I think you're right. We will get off. You're absolutely right. Let me just ask you this one question. And I'm going to ask everybody to move off the private property of the Federal Reserve. Doesn't this look like a post office? And it's got federal seals on it? It says Federal Reserve? It's like counterfeiting or something. It'd be like if people opened up a...
No, the Fed doesn't counterfeit, do they?
I think that's something police ought to investigate.
Yeah, really.
I mean, just down the road. Doesn't this kind of look weird? It's a federal building, but it's not federal.
I mentioned that to them. They said
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. What did you say?
It's not a federal building.
It's not a federal building.
It's a
10 years ago, cops would laugh at me about that. I'm excited you know.
However, you're welcome to call our public affairs or call our head office in Dallas and speak with them.
No, sir, you've been super nice. You're right. Some people thought it was like a park because it looked like a post office. You're right. This is private property. We better get off. We better go. Hey, guys, well, they do get our tax money, and they do control everything.
Enslave us!
I mean, sure, they are the slave masters, but see, that you heard the police officer. He's right. This is private property, so we want our private property. Now, it's private property of a mafia, of a criminal cartel, but nevertheless, it's their private property for now, and until they're indicted and in prison, we won't, and until, you know, we finally get the audit and the Congress raids all the material, we're gonna respect their private property until then. So let's get off the private property of the Federal Reserve right now. Come on, everybody. Come on, let's go. Let's get off the private property. 2 days earlier in Dallas, we made a similar discovery at the Fed.
Here protecting our First Amendment
And I wonder how many of these police officers can read on the sign, Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, federal, but right here it says private property. Does that sound like fraud to you? Private property, Federal Reserve? Can't you investigate it? There's the criminals right there. Yeah! We didn't have these people. So the cops do. We didn't have these people. Officers, I have a question for you. You're here guarding the private offshore Rothschild Bank, the Federal Reserve, from evil Americans. Evil Americans. I know you get the Homeland Security reports saying those that don't like the Federal Reserve are evil. I've read the Homeland Security reports where they tell cops the Federal Reserve
All right, folks. We're going to go to break. We're going to go to break and come right back. By the way, there are folks still at the Dallas Federal Reserve protesting and staying there and occupying it. And that's where they're having a demonstration tonight out at a banner hang on a highway. And I'll give you that information coming up. Want to salute those folks. And I'm going to give the number out specifically. Who goes to the head of the line when I give the number out are our folks up there still occupying the Fed.
What you're about to hear is the real experience of women over 40 who finally lost weight, even around the stubborn belly area. How? By becoming hormonally balanced again. Their secret is the Amberin Slim After 40 program. Amberin is the revolutionary formula for women over 40 that balances hormones naturally. You see, the leading cause of weight gain over 40 is hormonal imbalance. Unless you balance your hormones, losing weight may be impossible. But the Amberin Slim After 40 program changes all of that. Amberin restores hormonal balance naturally. Plus, it dramatically boosts your cell metabolism, so the weight can just fall right off, even that stubborn belly fat. Plus, Amberin eliminates other symptoms of hormonal aging, like hot flashes, night sweats, low libido, difficulty concentrating, and more. Be one of the first 50 callers right now, and they'll send you a complimentary risk-free trial with a 30-day supply. Free. Call 1-800-894-8776. That's 1-800-894-8776. 1-800-894-8776.
What happened, man? You used to be energetic, happy, and wow, did the ladies love you. Now, you fall asleep on the couch, irritable, and out of shape. Don't be that guy. Call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male, a natural supplement shown to raise testosterone by 61% and maintain healthy, normal levels. No injections, no appointments. With healthy testosterone levels, you can feel that energy again, that great outlook again, and yes, even a healthy sex drive. Right now, you can try Ageless Male risk-free. There's nothing to lose, guys. If you're a man who's noticed changes in your body, your mood, your sex life, call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male. Be the guy you used to be. Just call 1-800-497-8345. Don't wait another day. Just call 1-800-497-8345. That's 1-800-497-8345.
Hi, I'm Brian Brody for Solutions from Science. And you know, in this economy, it doesn't seem like there is much that any of us can do to cut back on our monthly expenses. That's why I'm excited to tell you about a way to cut your light bill by 90%. Yep, a full 90%. Ultra-efficient LED light bulbs are now available from Solutions from Science. They run cooler, cheaper, and they're guaranteed for 30 years. That's right, 30 years. And with many experts predicting electrical rates could double or triple in the next few years, there has never been a better time to make the switch to high-efficiency LEDs. And here's the best part. These are not old-style LEDs. These are the new cutting-edge LEDs with full-spectrum light. You can learn all about the new LEDs by watching my video at ledfreedom.com. I'll show you how to save 90% on your light bill. Go to ledfreedom.com.
Okay, we're loaded up within the Fed protesters, Occupy Wall Street protesters. There have been many protests against Wall Street excesses and the private Federal Reserve. But the mainstream media is giving attention to this now. Why? Because it is the Democratic Party election strategy to co-opt anger at Wall Street. Just like anger at Wall Street and the banker bailouts brought Obama in, even though he was financed by the culprits. By the way, Rahm Emanuel threw him under the bus yesterday, saying he probably won't get reelected. Democrats are coming out against him. That's because they want to blame everything on him. He's horrible. But they want to blame it on him and move on to the next puppet. We're going to be talking about that. Also, California bans the use of tanning beds by minors. But meanwhile, Governor Jerry Brown has signed the legislation to allow children to be injected with the Gardasil deadly vaccine without parental consent. So you can get an abortion without mommy and daddy knowing. This is the LA Times reporting on this. You can get a deadly vaccine without mommy and daddy knowing, but you got to get a letter from mommy and daddy to be able to go to the planetarium or the zoo. New law lets 12-year-olds consent to preventative care for STDs. I love how they won't even tell you it's a forced inoculation because they will twist their arms into taking it. I mean, you've seen them in California, the health department going to people's doors saying, it's the law, take the shot. They'll lie to parents, they'll lie to those kids. By the way, they're reportedly going to pay the kids to take it because they care so much about you, the same federal government shipping weapons into Mexico and cocaine into the United States. And here's that news. House committee to subpoena Holder in Fast and Furious probe. Will they get into that Fast and Furious under another name was going on 2-3 years before Obama got in office? Oh, I think not. The special counsel, you'll be assured, won't be getting into the real story, that this is part of a drug running operation. No, they will be punished for trying to use it against the Republican Party and for trying to use it against the Second Amendment. And that is what Obama did do that was new. He did try to then use it against the Second Amendment. And here's another one. Fast and Furious weapons were found in Mexico cartel enforcers' homes by the hundreds. Of course they were. Delivered directly there by the ATF. That was in federal filings months and months and months ago. In other news, they're imploding the euro by design. Oh, in nanny state news, under new rules, children are not allowed to have balloons and blow them up because it might help hurt them. But children can have deadly vaccines and still have BPA plastic and eat GMO crops. See, government always likes to act like it's protecting you, but really it's about an incredible nanny state that, quote, protects you from things you don't need protecting from. Kind of like $1 million fines, remember that headline? For people with garage sales that are selling recalled items, and it turns out there's tens of thousands of things recalled a year. You've got some Target table sold 5 years ago that's got lead paint in it. You don't know. Here come the federal enforcers all over the country. 5,000 fines start out up to $1 million. Remember that $1 million fine for garage sale was the Fox News headline last year on that. This is the nanny state on steroids. But the good news is we're fighting them. They're saying the time is short for the Eurozone. They've got to give total power to the globalists or they'll implode the euro fully, threatening to take everybody's pension funds so they'll capitulate to the terrorist. That's coming up. We're going to go to break and come right back with your phone calls for the entire next hour and get into some of the other news as well. The good guys that our government helped put in Egypt have killed 20-plus Christians, running over them with tanks. It's Tiananmen Square, but hey, it's freedom. So that's being hailed by the media as very loving. Don't forget, we do InfoWars Nightly News, power-packed reports every night, 7 o'clock. If you're not a PrisonPlanet.tv member, become one today, 15 cents a day. That's PrisonPlanet.tv or InfoWarsNews.com. And don't forget the online video bookstore at InfoWars.com. And your purchases make this transmission possible. We'll be right back.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at